one hurts the most? Hurting Hashem or hurting another Jew to Hashem?
Hurting another Jew. Just like a father. He'd much rather get hurt himself than see his kid hurt.
Rabbi, your brilliance is reaching the masses. My lowly state is going into the nuances. So if your choices are erring on the side of not the higher level choices, and you culminate at the end of your life with having made the lesser choice rather than the better choice, the place that you attain in the world to come is a lower place rather than a higher place. And with that comes discomfort rather than pleasure, right? Isn't that an important thing for people to know? Because it's a because again, we're egocentric and not to, I know that all of Christianity revolves around that, like the fear of hell and all that. We're not like that, but it's important to know that we're not all just purely ending up at the same place, but that when you're making those positive choices, you're doing those extra mitzvot, if you're doing, you are ending up in a higher, more pleasurable, beneficial state.
Heaven. That's temporary. It's all part of the process. The ship is still moving. Heaven is part of the ship. Mm-hmm. You come, you go, you come back, you go to hell, you get out of there. It's all the process. It'll all end up in the right place. The beauty of it, the question about God already knows, so where do we get our freedom of choice? The question exists because we have an assumption. First, God makes a plan, written in stone, and then tells you that you have freedom of choice. Doesn't make sense? But it doesn't happen that way. God doesn't make a plan until after you made a choice. Wow. So divine providence, the entire plan that God has, is built around your choice.
Wow.
That's how a relationship should be. A husband takes responsibility for the welfare of the family, which means whatever the wife chooses, he will make it work. Not he decides what the wife is going to do in advance. Or the children. You let your children be who they are, but make a plan around that so that it all turns out good.
Wow.
So God's commitment to us and his humility, he lets us make our choices first, then he makes a plan. So if you want to go to the right, God has to make a plan of what's going to happen on the right. You choose to go to the left, God has to make a plan for the left. There is so much romance because our relationship to God is the ultimate, the ultimate mold for all relationships. The way you relate to God is how you relate to your spouse. The way you relate to your spouse is how you're going to relate to God.